You wake up in the middle of the night. The room is silent, but something screams inside you. It's not a nightmare, it's worse. It's that feeling, that emptiness with no name, that tightness in your chest that says, you're alone. And you don't know if that's true or a lie, because there are people around you, friends, family, contacts on your phone. But still, you feel invisible, like no one really sees you. You've tried to fill this void with shallow conversations, with relationships that go nowhere, with the hope that someone will show up and change everything, but nothing changes. And then comes the question that haunts you. Is this loneliness or is this neediness? Do you need someone or do you need yourself? Is the problem being alone or not knowing how to be with yourself? Because there's a brutal difference between the two, and you know it. Loneliness can be sacred, a call for you to find yourself. Neediness is toxic, a hole that never fills. But how do you know which one is dominating your life? How do you tell the difference between the silence that heals and the silence that imprisons? What if you're confusing soul hunger with validation hunger? What happens when you can no longer distinguish who you are from who you think you need to be loved? Let's start from the beginning. Because this confusion wasn't born yesterday. It has deep roots, and you need to understand where it comes from. Carl Jung, one of the greatest psychologists in history, said something powerful. You project onto others what you refuse to find in yourself. Read that again. Because here's the key to everything. When you feel that desperate emptiness, when you chase after someone to fill the hole, you're not seeking love. You're seeking the part of yourself you never integrated. Jung called this the shadow. It's everything you repressed, denied, hid. Neediness is the shadow screaming. It's the little girl inside you who never learned to be enough. You grew up thinking you needed someone to be complete. That alone you were half. That love came from outside, never from within, and that became your truth. Now, every time you're alone, the shadow whispers, you're not enough, and you believe it. You run, you search, you give yourself to those who don't deserve you. But true loneliness, sacred loneliness, is something else. It doesn't scare you. It invites you. It says, come know yourself, come find yourself. Neediness is hunger for external validation. Loneliness is hunger for internal truth. One empties you, the other fills you. Jung said the greatest work of life is individuation. It's the process of becoming whole by yourself, not depending on anyone to validate your existence, not seeking outside what can only be built within. And that's when you realize you're not afraid of being alone. You're afraid of finding yourself, because when you find yourself, everything changes. Now comes the part that hurts, but it's the part that sets you free, because you need to see the pattern, the cycle you repeat without realizing. Think with me. How many times have you given yourself away too soon? How many times have you chosen someone emotionally unavailable? How many times have you accepted crumbs thinking it was love? This is not coincidence. It's a pattern, an unconscious script running in your mind, and you don't even know it exists. This pattern was born way back, maybe in childhood, maybe in adolescence. Someone taught you, without words, that you needed to earn love. That love was conditional, not unconditional. Maybe your parents were too busy. Maybe you were ignored when you needed attention most. Maybe you learned that crying was weakness, that asking for help was bothering people. And there, in that moment, you decided unconsciously, I need to be useful. I need to be perfect. I need to please. Because only then would you be seen. Now as an adult, you replicate this. You give too much to those who don't reciprocate. You erase yourself to fit into someone else's world. You trade your essence for crumbs of attention. And when the person leaves, and they always do, you don't question their choice. You question your worth. What's wrong with me? But the right question is, why do I keep choosing those who don't choose me? Why do I still believe I need to prove I'm worthy of love? Why am I afraid to take up space? Neediness is not about the absence of the other. It's about the absence of yourself. You abandoned yourself first, and now you seek in anyone what only you can give yourself. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. You think it's bad luck in love, but it's not luck. It's unconscious repetition. It's the shadow choosing for you. And as long as you don't see this, you'll keep attracting the same types of people, living the same pains, expecting different results while making the same choices. If you're feeling a tightness in your chest right now, It's because something here touched deep in your soul. These words didn't come by chance. They came for you, at this exact moment in your life. Subscribe to this channel right now, because the healing journey that started here cannot stop halfway. You deserve to understand every layer of your pain, every pattern that binds you, and every step that sets you free. Don't let this message get lost in the void. Click the subscribe button and allow more truths to reach you. Now you need to see the cost, the price you pay for living in this cycle, because it's not just emotional pain, it's something much bigger. This pattern steals your life. It keeps you trapped in relationships that drain your energy. It makes you accept less than you deserve. It transforms you into a shadow of who you really are. You look in the mirror and don't recognize yourself anymore. Where did that strong woman go? The one who dreamed, who had plans, who shined. She faded away little by little. Exhaustion comes first. You're tired of trying, tired of giving everything and receiving nothing, tired of carrying alone the weight of a relationship that should be shared. Then comes the emptiness. Even when you're with someone, you feel alone, because physical presence doesn't fill emotional absence, and you realize you're accompanied, but abandoned. And then the worst happens. You start abandoning yourself too. You stop taking care of yourself. You stop listening to your own voice. Your dreams take a back seat. Your needs are forgotten. You become hostage to someone else's moods, and you completely lose your center. Neediness makes you believe you need someone to exist. That alone you have no value. That your identity depends on being next to someone. And this becomes a prison. You no longer know who you are without the other. You don't know what you like, what you want, what makes you happy. You became an echo, a faded version of yourself. And the saddest part, you start believing this is normal, that love is suffering, that relationships are sacrifice, that you don't deserve more than this. The loneliness you feared so much, it's already here. But it's not the loneliness of being alone. It's the loneliness of being lost from yourself. It's the loneliness of living a life that isn't yours. Jung said the worst loneliness is not being alone. It's being with someone and feeling you've lost yourself. It's looking in the mirror and finding no one looking back. It's living without belonging, neither to the other, nor to yourself. And this is where it hurts. But this is also where it clears up. Because when you see the cost, you finally understand you need to change. Now let's get to what you can do. Because understanding isn't enough. You need to act. You need to break the cycle. The first healing action is radical and simple. Stop looking outside for what only exists inside. This means, before seeking someone, seek yourself. Psychology calls this self-connection. It's the deliberate act of coming home, coming inside yourself. It's stopping running from silence and starting to listen to it. It's asking the questions you've been avoiding. Start small. Set aside 10 minutes a day to be alone, truly alone. No phone, no distractions, no noise. Just you and your thoughts. At first it will be uncomfortable, because you're not used to yourself. You've run from yourself for so long that now it feels strange to return. But that's where healing begins. Ask yourself, what do I really feel right now? What am I afraid of? What do I need that only I can give myself? And answer with brutal honesty. No filters, no judgments, just raw truth. This is the conversation that changes everything. The second healing action is even more powerful. Learn to validate yourself. Stop seeking external approval to know if you're okay. Jung said individuation is the process of becoming who you really are. But this only happens when you stop living for others, when you stop shaping your life around others' expectations, when you finally say, I am enough, alone, complete. This doesn't mean you don't need anyone. It means you don't depend on anyone to feel whole. There's a brutal difference between needing and depending. You can need connection, but you can't depend on it to exist. Start celebrating your small victories alone. Finished a project? Acknowledge yourself. Had a difficult day and survived? Validate your strength. Made a hard decision? Honor your courage. Stop waiting for someone to see what you do. Be the first to see. Be the first to value. Be the first to love yourself. And here's the truth no one told you. When you learn to be well with yourself, when you stop needing someone to feel complete, the right people start to appear. Not because you're desperate, but because you're whole. And whole people attract whole people. It's spiritual and psychological law. So stop now, take a deep breath, and make a promise to yourself. I will find myself before seeking someone. Now let's talk about what psychology alone cannot explain, because there's something bigger happening here, something beyond patterns, beyond the shadow, beyond the unconscious. God is in this story, and he's not absent. He's waiting for you to stop running. The Bible says in Proverbs 3:5-6, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Read that again, because here's the turning point. You've been trying to figure everything out alone. You've been leaning only on your own understanding, and you're exhausted. But God is saying, "Stop, give it to me. I straighten what is crooked." This loneliness you feel, it's not punishment, it's invitation. God took you out of the noise so you could finally listen. He removed the wrong people so you could see who you really are. He allowed the silence so you would stop seeking validation outside and start finding purpose within. You think you're alone because no one chose you. But what if God isolated you because he chose you? What if this desert is not abandonment, it's preparation? What if this pain is not punishment, it's spiritual surgery? God is removing from you everything that's not essential, everything that's not eternal, everything that prevents you from being who he created you to be. In Isaiah 41:10, he promises, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." You are not abandoned. You are being held. Even when it seems everything has crumbled, God is there. Even when you feel too weak to continue, he strengthens you. His hand is upon you, and that hand does not fail. Neediness makes you seek in people what only God can give: security, identity, purpose, unconditional love. But no human being was created to carry that weight. No relationship was made to fill the void only God fills. When you understand this, everything changes. You stop demanding from people what they can never give you, and you start receiving from God what he always wanted to deliver. This is not the end of your story. It's the new beginning. God is writing something new in you, and to write new, he needed to erase the old. Faith can help you overcome this pain, not because faith denies suffering, but because it reframes it. It transforms your pain into purpose. It transforms your loneliness into intimacy with God, and it transforms your emptiness into eternal fullness. You made it here. And that already says a lot about you, because most people give up before seeing the truth. Most prefer to continue in the cycle, in the familiar pain, in the safe pattern, but not you. You had the courage to look inside, and that courage will save you. Now you know the difference. Loneliness is not neediness. Loneliness is the sacred space where you find yourself. Neediness is the hole you try to fill with anything. Loneliness strengthens you. Neediness empties you. Loneliness connects you with God and with yourself. Neediness disconnects you from everything that matters. Psychology showed you the pattern. Jung revealed the shadow, the projection, the unconscious search. You understood you repeated because you didn't know, that you chose wrong because you didn't know yourself, that you gave too much because you thought you needed to earn love. Now you know, love isn't earned, love is received, and it starts inside you. Spirituality showed you the purpose. God didn't abandon you in this desert. He brought you here to teach you, to heal you, to prepare you. Proverbs 3:5-6 reminded you, trust him, not just yourself. Isaiah 41:10 promised you, he is with you, strengthening you, holding you. Loneliness is not punishment, it's a calling. And now you integrate everything. You don't deny the pain, you transform it. You don't run from silence, you embrace it. You don't seek in people and what only God can yourself give to please those who will never value you. Loneliness transforms. It stops being emptiness and becomes fullness. It stops being fear and becomes freedom. You finally understand. Being alone doesn't mean being abandoned. It means being whole. It means being ready. Ready to attract what's right. Ready to live true love. Ready to be who God always knew you were. I can change my destiny. That's your truth now. Not because you found someone, but because you found yourself. And when you find yourself, everything around you reorganizes. The right people appear, the right doors open, and you finally live the life that was always yours. Whole, free, loved, by God, and by yourself. If this message made sense to you, subscribe to our channel right now, because what you just heard wasn't by chance. It was exactly what your soul needed to hear at this moment. Here you'll find more truths that heal, more insights that transform, more paths that lead you back to yourself. Don't let this journey stop here. Click the subscribe button and allow God to keep speaking to you through these messages. For you who made it to the end of this video, leave a comment right now saying, "I choose to find myself." And know this, God will honor your decision. He will open paths you can't even imagine. He will strengthen you where you felt weak. He will fill you where you felt empty. And you will witness the transformation that only happens when you finally choose yourself.